everyone, it's Wendy here from Wendy Wise Beauty. Thanks for stopping by. Today I will be reviewing two fragrances from Paris Corner. The first fragrance, it is called Khayal, and this one is inspired by Parfums de Marly Valaya, which is a fragrance that I do have and love. So I will be letting you guys know how close the inspiration of Khayal is to Viola. So this is the packaging of the fragrance. It is pretty much standard packaging from Paris Corner, and this is the bottle of Khayal. I can see that the top, it is mimicking Valaya a bit, but I don't think they are actually cloning the packaging. I have worn this quite a bit when testing this fragrance because I was comparing it to Viola because it is being sold as a Viola inspiration or clone, so I really wanted to give this a good wear. To start with, I will just give you the notes. The top notes are bergamot and orange, and the heart note, it is white grapefruit and woody notes, and the base, it is musk and white amber. The atomizer on this bottle, it is quite good. The majority of the fragrances that I have purchased from these Middle Eastern budget fragrance lines, the atomizers are normally quite good. It is very seldom I get a fragrance bottle where it does not work properly, and these are normally fragrances that I have ordered from outside of the European Union, and sometimes the packaging, by the time it gets to me, it is a bit damaged. When I spray this fragrance, what I do get is a very vibrant and beautiful explosion of this grapefruit note, which is listed in the heart. By the way, in Viola, the opening, it is peach, and it does have orange, but the note which is most pronounced, it is not grapefruit, but it is peach. The opening of Khayal, it is quite fresh. Like I said, it is actually, you can say, aromatic. I have worn a lot of this scent because it is really like aromatherapy. This opening, it wakes me up. Sometimes, you know, when you wake up in the morning, it is hard to get going. The last 2 weeks or so, I have been really, you can say, a little bit tired and not at my best. So when I sprayed this fragrance, it woke me up and it gave me life. The opening of this perfume, it's really invigorating. It gives me a lot of energy. When the perfume starts to unfold and it starts on the journey from the heart note, the woody notes enter the composition, and this very citrus opening, it tones down a bit, it gains a bit of structure, and it does become warmer. It's the same type of journey that you have in Valaya. When the woody notes enter and they start to do their thing, it is quite beautiful, and it does keep me sniffing my arm or wherever I spray. It is not the type of fragrance where the opening is vibrant, invigorating, and when the fragrance develops, you lose interest. When Khayal is first sprayed, it is a bit, you can say, aggressive. This has not sat in my collection for any length of time, so I cannot tell you if this will go away with maceration, but the opening, it is a bit aggressive. However, this tones down quite quickly. It never really bothered me very much because it is a beautiful opening. It does not take away anything from the fragrance. Also, it's not alcohol. I think it's probably the grapefruit and the orange in the opening. So you can say it is a very strong citrus aroma. The dry down, it is quite nice because a lot of the citrus notes are still present. On my skin, it is musk with some ambery notes and still hints of citrus. Khayal, I find this to be a very nice fragrance, especially for the price point. It is an inspiration of Viola with a twist, and it is exactly that. I think it is 50-60% at best when compared to Viola. Viola, it is more peach, and the woody notes in Viola, they are a lot more pronounced in the dry down. This is more of a musk dry down with some amber and some citrus notes. I do have Valaya here, and I do love this fragrance, guys. Actually, Viola is the only full bottle I do have from Parfums de Marly, and when I tried this fragrance, I did pick it up immediately. I do also like Khayal very much. I do not feel that I wasted my money, that these fragrances are the same. Valaya, the dry down, it's a lot more woody. Khayal has a lot more musk in the composition. And also Viola, it is more peach. This one, it is a nice fragrance to try. Honestly, for me, this is aromatherapy. This is a fragrance I will be picking up, using when I need a bit of a pick-me-up, because this is how the fragrance reacts, you know, when I dose it. This is beautiful. I would just like to add, if you are looking for a fragrance which is really a clone of Viola, it is this one here from Afnan. It is called Mystique Bouquet. This one has a bit more of a musk dry down. However, when I compare Viola to Mystique Bouquet, honestly, there is no big difference, with the exception that this one has a little bit more musk, but this fragrance is there interchangeable. Khayal, by the way, it has very good lasting power. It has nice sillage, and I think for the price point, I paid about 35 euros, and I think it is well worth the price, and I can see myself using this fragrance a lot, especially in the spring summer season, because it is very fresh. So do give this a try, but I would just like to say, if you have tried Viola and you are looking for a direct clone or a fragrance which mimics Viola as close as possible, this is not the fragrance to go for. The next fragrance on my list, it is this one here. This is also from Paris Corner Khayal. It is called VOUX Elegant. And guys, I have had this fragrance for quite a long time. I bought this in summer, and it was not giving me what I wanted, what I was reading in the notes, and I have made the experience that Paris Corner fragrances, they really need to macerate, some of them. So I allowed this one to macerate, and I said I would do the review, you know, when I was sure that it was not a maceration problem, but really the way the fragrance is. This is the bottle of VOUX Elegant. It is very stunning. I do have Naxos here, which is supposed to be the inspiration for VOUX Elegant. So I am going to compare these two fragrances for you guys today. When I smell this perfume from the atomizer, the nozzle, this smells so wonderful, so inviting. However, when the fragrance is sprayed, it does not mimic what one smells directly from the bottle. There is a very strong lavender aroma. It is sweet and there are some floral notes. The lavender, it is there, it is lavender, but I would not call it an aromatic lavender note. It is more of a herbal lavender, more like healing herbs. This is how I would classify it, with a bit of sweetness. It is not cloying, but at the same time it is not fragrant and aromatic. I can only describe this as more of, you know, like this type of healing herb Bushman aroma. It's not bad, but it is definitely not the aroma that I get when I spray Naxos. As the fragrance progresses, it does become better when the vanilla really, you can say, takes over this lavender medicinal opening, and really when the tobacco note kicks in, it really saves this composition. Shortly after the tobacco enters into the composition, then the spicy notes, they appear, and also there is vanilla again and musk. When this fragrance approaches the dry down phase, it is very pretty with the tobacco, the vanilla, musk, spicy notes. It does mimic Naxos to a certain extent. However, I would say an hour or so after this phase, then there is a strong cologne accord which really kills the fragrance for me. After about, I would say, 2 hours, it really smells like an aftershave. I think this fragrance might behave differently on the masculine chemistry, on my skin chemistry. It really becomes a bit of a cheap cologne. I can see where they were going with this fragrance, and to a certain extent it is an inspiration on Naxos, but it really never gets there. Naxos also has in the opening lavender, bergamot and lemon. However, when Naxos is sprayed, there is this beautiful lavender note mixed with the lemon accord, and it is very aromatic, very inviting. When I spray Naxos, and I normally do about 3 sprays, but I am always wanting more. I want to spray everywhere because I really do not want this beautiful opening to end. Naxos, it is very strong, so I am very careful how I dose this fragrance. If I am working from home, it's okay, but if I am going into the office, I normally do maximum 3 sprays. When Naxos moves into the heart note and it unfolds, it is similar to what they tried to mimic in VOUX ELEGANTE, but Naxos, you have this spicy accord meeting this lavender note and this citrus opening. However, the cinnamon note, it is very pronounced. It is delicate, but it is also very fragrant, and mixed with jasmine and some of the white floral notes, Naxos, it is breathtaking. This fragrance, it is so amazing, and I can understand probably why it is a bit difficult to clone this fragrance, because it is very complex. And when I wear Naxos, on certain days, depending on the weather, the fragrance does show a different, you can say, aspect, a different side of itself. Despite the fact that it is complex, it is always airy and light, and it is never a cloud of fragrance dragging you down. With VOUX ELEGANTE, what I have experienced is that it is very dense. It does not open up as much as it should in the heart notes. And maybe this is why after a couple of hours, you know, the fragrance is dense and then this aftershave cologne backlash comes out, as opposed to a beautiful fragrance with a woody base, nice vanilla and spice. Fragrances are very subjective, and also your skin chemistry does play a role. If you do have this fragrance and you like it, please let me know. So in terms of inspiration, cologne, yes, this is to a certain extent inspired by Naxos, but it never really gets there. If I could make a recommendation, I have not looked into any other clones or inspirations of Naxos. I would either say save and get the original, or maybe there are better inspirations of Naxos on the market. I will do a bit of research and I may order some samples to see if I can find a better, you can say, alternative for you guys. I am sorry guys, I don't have better news about this one. I cannot just say that it's a 60-50% inspiration, because it's not, and I did test this fragrance over quite a few months and it has not changed. So for me, it is not only a matter that the fragrance is not mimicking, it's not cloning Naxos, is also this aftershave aroma that I do get, which I do not like very much. Please do not get angry with me. I do like to be quite honest in my reviews. If I don't like a fragrance, I will tell you exactly why I do not like it, what stage or aspect in the fragrance which is a no-no for me. Ciao guys, and hope to see you again soon on my channel. Don't forget my thumbs up, and please share this video if you think it would be helpful to someone else. Ciao!